Hi kindergarten, this is Miss V talking. I know you can't see my face, but I have a new way of showing you guys books, hoping that you'll be able to see a lot better. And every once in a while my hair might come in front of the camera because I'm actually in back of my computer right now. So today we're going to read a book called From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons, and she's one of my... What are you saying, Mom?
From seed to plant.
It's not backwards. It's not going to be backwards. I don't think it's going to be backwards. Okay. It's by Gail Gibbons, and she's one of our favorite nonfiction authors. So let's take a look. From Seed to Plant. Mom, it will not be backwards. How does it look over there, Key? Good? Most plants make seeds. A seed contains the beginning of a new plant. Seeds are different shapes, sizes, and colors. All seeds grow into the same kind of plant that made them. Okay, so it's not like this tree is going to have a seed that's going to somehow make like a tomato plant. Like the baby will always become like the adult. And look at these cool seeds over here. Seeds come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. I think seeds are so beautiful, and we're going to look more at seeds all this week and plants. Many plants grow flowers. Flowers are where most seeds begin. This is fascinating. You ready for this, you guys? The sticky part at the top of the pistil is the stigma. So a flower is made up of many parts, just like your body is made up of many parts. You have your hand, and you have your head and your legs. So does a flower. It has all different parts that have different functions, things of doing. Stamens make yellow powder called pollen. We know about that. That reminds me of our bee story. The parts of the flower around the pistil are the stamens. So these long parts are called the stamens. At the top of the pistil are tiny egg cells called ovules. What? Look in there. This is kind of like the eggs of the flower. This is what's going to turn into a seed when some other pollen comes down the stamen. And in the center of the flower is the pistil. This is the pistil right here. Before a seed can begin to grow, a grain of pollen from the stamen must land on the stigma at the top of the pistil of a flower like itself. So, some pollen from another flower needs to come and goes right onto the stigma. This is called pollination. So that's why it's so important we have little insects that fly around. They bring pollen from other flowers, and it lands on the stigma, mixes together, and then down here is where the seeds are made. If we didn't have insects or pollinators, we wouldn't have any more flowers, you guys. And we probably wouldn't have any more fruit or vegetables. Pollination happens in different ways. Often wind blows pollen from flower to flower. That's one way it gets pollinated, from the wind. Oh, I think we know what's going to happen next. Bees, other insects, and hummingbirds help pollinate too. While they visit flowers for their sweet juice called nectar, pollen rubs onto their bodies. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that hummingbirds also were pollinators. Then they carry the pollen to another flower where it comes off onto its pistil. So look, here's the hummingbird, and look, he's rubbing that same pollen onto this flower's pistil. If a pollen grain from a flower lands on the pistil of the same kind of flower, it grows a long tube through the pistil into an ovule. This is the beginning of a seed. So remember, the pollen from the same plant lands on a different pistil, and this long tube comes down, and it's going to turn one of these little eggs into a seed. The seeds grow inside the flower. Even as the flower begins to die, as the seeds become bigger, a fruit or pod grows around them. The fruit or pod protects the seed. Oh, so the whole point of a fruit is to protect the seeds inside of it. Have you guys eaten fruit with seeds inside before? When the fruit or pod ripens, it breaks open. The seeds are ready to become new plants. Some seeds fall to the ground around the base of the plant, where they'll grow. Some pods or fruits open and the seeds pop out. Sometimes when bird eats berries, they drop the seeds. They drop the seeds like that. And this, they pop out. Actually, when I was younger, you guys, there's this type of seed that when you touch it, it explodes like a firework and it shoots seeds everywhere. Because those seeds want to go have their own space. Kind of like when a teenager or an adult, they grow up in a house, they need to move out and get a new space. Guess what? Other seeds, they fall into oceans, streams, ponds, rivers. There they travel on the water until they stick to dirt along the shore. Do you guys recognize what that is? It's a coconut. Did you know a coconut is a giant seed? And it travels on the ocean to get to a new place so it can have its own place to grow. That's pretty cool. That's a giant seed, dude. The wind scatters seeds. Some seeds have fluff on them that lets them float to the ground like tiny parachutes. Others have wings that spin as they fall. So look, these have little kind of parachutes. Have you guys seen dandelions like that or blown them like that? Animals help scatter seeds too. They hide acorns and nuts in the ground. Some seeds have hooks that stick to the fur of animals or people's clothes. Later, they drop off onto the ground. Has that ever happened to you guys? Where there's seeds stuck to your, after you're done hiking, there's seeds stuck to your pants? A flower bed or vegetable garden is beautiful. Seeds are planted to grow in the gardens. The seeds come in small envelopes or boxes.
Yeah. What?
You guys, this is a very important part. I hope you guys are watching. Hello. The beginning of a plant is curled up inside each seed. Food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. So here is the seed, and this is the little baby plant dude right there. And this is the food. This is called the cotyledon, and this is what the baby plant is going to eat. And then this special thing right here is called the seed coat, and that helps protect the seed. A seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be on or in the soil. Then it needs rain to soak the seed and soften its seed coat. So, friends, the seed coat right here, it needs to be kind of wet or else the baby can't break through it. So this seed coat has to be nice and wet, and then the baby can break out of it. If it's not wet, then the baby can't break out of the seed coat. When the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down into the soil. The root takes in the water and minerals from the soil for food. So you could pretend you have some roots and you're sucking up from the soil. Delicious. Up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow up from the shoot towards the sun. Remember, we learned that these green leaves, they have something inside called chlorophyll that takes the sunlight and turns it into sugar for the plant to eat. The plant grows bigger and bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and minerals in the soil, the sunlight and the air all around the plant. Finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into the flowers where new seeds will begin to grow. It's okay, Mom. Many of the foods people eat are seeds, fruit, and pods. They are full of nutrition, vitamins, and minerals. Can you guys think about all the different seeds that you might find inside of these? Remember when we opened up our pumpkin and we saw all those different seeds? What about corn? Where are seeds on a corn? Or in a strawberry? Are they on the inside or the outside? They are super tasty too. And that's the end of our book. Here's some very special facts about plants. The biggest flower in the world grows on the island of Sumatra. It can weigh up to 25 pounds and can be 4 feet across. So friends, this flower, if a kindergartner laid down across it, the flower is bigger than a kindergartner. That's pretty crazy. Some plants eat insects. These plants live in soil that doesn't have enough minerals, so they have to eat insects. Maybe you've seen this. This is called a Venus flytrap. Very interesting. Let's see. Turn around my book. See how that went. Hi. It's good to see you. So listen, today for our writing response, you guys are going to do something a little bit different. You're going to start a seed museum, okay? Now, when I say a museum, you may picture a place where there's a collection of different things. So you're going to collect different seeds. Now, you might go outside, or you might just eat this stuff in your house and notice if there's some seeds in them. Say you eat an apple in the morning with peanut butter. You can take that apple seed and put it in your seed museum, okay? So I'm going to show you a picture and an example of what our seed museum has looked like in the classroom, and you guys can come up with like a special place in your house to have your seed museum. So I'm looking around my parents' house right now. This isn't my house, but my parents' house, and I'm thinking, where can I put a seed museum? Someplace where there won't be a lot of like people in and out. Maybe it will be in your room, but guess what? In my bedroom, I saw seeds already. I think my mom took them from her old house because she really liked this one type of plant, and she's been saving them. Do you guys want to see it? Okay, I'll be right back. So I was looking for a place to put my clothes, and I found this cool bag with this giant pod. What is it, Mom? Trumpet flowers. Look at this big, big pod.
I think they're dead.
And you think they're dead, Mom?
I think so, because I had them if you
I don't think that you can. I think there's hope. Do you guys think I should try and plant? And look at these seeds. Look at these seeds, you guys. They're these big seeds, and guess what? They're super, super light, and they have almost these wings on them that, look, if I just do a really gentle wind, look what happens. They go all over the place. So seeds are designed so that they can spread out, kind of like the coconut that floats in the ocean. There's all different types of seeds out there, and I'm really excited to see what type of seeds you guys find. So my goal for you today for writing workshop is I want you to find a place in your house for your seed museum. I want you to write a label that says seed museum, use your kindergarten spelling, and I want you to find 2 types of seeds that you can put in your seed museum and write a nice little label for them, okay? Maybe it will be an apple seed, maybe it will be something from food inside your house, or maybe you'll go outside to kind of check to see if you can find some seeds. But listen, friends, do not go and buy seeds, right? We're not going out anyway, but I don't want you to go to the store and be like, oh, Mr. Report says I need seeds. The whole point is for you to find them either outside or in your food, okay? So I'm really excited to see what they look like, and we're gonna keep working on our seed museum. This is not a one-time deal, okay? And I'm gonna start my seed museum today. Okay, love you guys, bye.